What's up YouTube, Prodigy Portillo here, and welcome to my series of vlogs from a not so basic 24-year-old hair artist. Today, I am filming the most requested video, which is how I contour my face. Y'all ready to get started? Well, I am, so let's go. Wait. Grab some Look, grab your makeup stuff because it's about to get crazy. Let's go. Alright guys, so here you can see my face. It's 100% bare. There's absolutely nothing on it. I did shave before starting the video. I moisturized and we are ready to go. I do have the mirror right underneath the camera, so if I keep looking down, it's just because I'm looking at the mirror. Okay? I am not going to do a voiceover on this video, so we are just talking directly to each other. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. First, before putting on your foundation, you know, you want to make sure that you have a primer. The one that works for me the best is the one from Tarte Cosmetics. Let it focus, and it's almost on E, but there's still enough in here, so I'm not gonna go buy some until I run out. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze a little bit. Okay, well actually I don't squeeze a little bit. This is about how much I use every time, and it just works best for me. So rub it all over your fingers, and then go ahead and put it all over your face. Okay, so what the primer is going to do is it's pretty much going to fill all the holes that you have in your face. However, wait, what do you mean however? Okay, so that's done. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and go with the foundation. I usually switch from foundation back and forth. As soon as I'm done with it, I try a different brand just to see which one actually works best for me. I haven't found the one that I'm totally in love with, but this past month I actually purchased the Becca foundation, this one, and I use the shade Noisette. I don't even know. Noisette. Let it focus. This one's the one I've been using. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and grab a little bit. Well, actually, not a little bit. This is about how much I actually put on it. So I guess this is more of like my everyday makeup, but a little bit more on like the going out makeup, I guess you can say it. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Morphe E44 makeup brush. Obviously it's makeup because we're doing makeup. The Morphe E44 brush. This is a kabuki brush, and it's awesome for foundation. Now before I actually put it on my face with the brush, I always like to grab it with my finger and really just make sure that it's well distributed all over my face. That way I am not losing or wasting product by it being absorbed into the brush. So now that I got a little bit of that, push the hair back, and we're gonna go ahead and just blend away. I recently purchased these Morphe brushes, and I have to say they have truly changed the way that I actually apply my makeup. I was a person, I used to apply my makeup just with my hand, just because I was like, dude, I'm not about to spend all this money on brushes, but brushes really do make a difference. So invest in good brushes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I pretty much have that down. It is a little bit, wait, actually, no, just kidding. Never mind, let's keep it moving. Yeah, so moving on to the next one. After I do that, I actually go ahead and I contour with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit, and I use the medium shade. I bought this not too long ago, and it is already out. Like, it's gone, except for these two. I wish, like, take those out and just give me these, but it is what it is. So because I can't actually, yeah, I sometimes use this brush. This is some little whack brush that I found in my room. Most of the time I actually just grab, literally, I put my fingers in here and all I do is go underneath my eye. I don't use concealer underneath my eyes just because, I don't know, I feel like contouring just does it for me. So that's one less thing I have to do. Now when it comes to contour, for those of you who know or don't know, contour is to just really create something on your face or to emphasize something that really isn't there. I do have a very round face, so my overall goal is to slim that face down a bit. And bring up my eyes, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and just highlight a little bit. Okay, see, this is why I don't use this. I'm gonna go ahead and just continue with the middle finger and just really do its thing. After that, oh, and that was, I usually use these two, which is banana and cream. Oh, that is dirty as hell. Banana and cream are the ones that I use. And then for the contour part, I usually use chocolate and cinnamon. So yeah, I grab both of them. And then what I do is I'm really gonna go ahead and I'll do this to my mouth right here. So that's really where I'm gonna go ahead and put it, not bringing it all the way down here, just right here, okay? Right about there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit on my forehead, just so we can slim it down a little bit. And I'm going back again in with the chocolate. Now after I have that, I do have a little bit left over on my finger. I use it on my nose just because I don't want to slim down my nose so much, okay? Okay, there you go. Cool. Okay, all right, so now that we look like a clown, we're gonna go ahead and grab a damp beauty blender to blend that out. Honestly, when I went to Sephora and this thing was little $20, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. But I bought it anyway, and it has changed my life completely. I don't use the brush to blend this out. I literally just use this, and it's awesome. So what I like to do is I usually just start in the forehead, using this whole thing. I don't like using the tip because the tip I use it underneath my eyes, or I even sometimes use the back of it just because I have such a huge forehead. Just rolling it around. Now this is the way I do it. If you have your own ways of doing it, you do you, boo boo. Whatever makes you happy. This is the way that it works for me. So if you have to change it, you do whatever works best for you. Now a lot of the times people ask me, why do I wear makeup? And I have spoken about this before. Growing up, I had really bad acne, and unfortunately I am dealing with a lot of post-acne scars and a lot of redness onto my skin, and I am very self-conscious about that. Especially working in the salon, being in front of a mirror for about 10 hours a day really takes a toll on you sometimes, and you do feel self-conscious about it. So that's the reason why I wear makeup. I have been doing laser treatments, which I have been documenting for a few weeks now actually, and I am going to have a YouTube video coming out soon showing my improvements. Clients texting me wanting to get a haircut. So yeah, so that's gonna be coming out soon. So now I'm gonna go ahead and blend the highlight underneath my eye using the tip of the beauty blender, and I'm really just patting away. Just pat it, 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 pat it. I usually sometimes just get it in my eye, but that's okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do my nose as well. Now, the reason why, well, not the reason, a lot of people use actually contouring to, like I said, emphasize some parts in the face. Even though I do wear makeup, I am aware that I am a man, and I don't want it to be so feminine. I do want it to be a little bit more on the masculine side, so I try to soften it up as much as possible, just so, yes, like I said, I don't mind, and I know that I am wearing makeup, but I do not want it to be overly feminized. Okay, so right now you guys are gonna see it's really pointless for me to even highlight and contour because I completely blended everything out, and it actually looks a lot wider in camera than it is in person, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. So now that this part is done, I like to go in with a powder as well, just because I find that works best for me. I ended up buying from Anastasia as well. I ended up buying from the contour the banana shade, but I actually got it in the powder instead of the actual cream. So I usually like to use that one with my E48 blending brush from Morphe again, and I usually like to pat this one eye underneath the eye as much as possible. So with this one, when you contour, you really want to make sure that you know really what it is that you're trying to bring out on your face, what it is that you're trying to conceal. A lot of the times people have asked me, why do I not highlight going out? Because this is going to really pull your face out. I'm not trying to pull my face out anymore because my face is so round. I actually want to tighten it and chisel it out a little bit more. So that's why I don't fully highlight underneath my eyes. I really just put it underneath my eyes like a concealer actually. And this one I really like to pack it in. It's a lot easier to take off makeup than to try to apply more throughout the day. So really just pack it in, okay? Now with this one, I'm also gonna go ahead and use the same one to put a little bit on my forehead actually. Once again, like I said, this is the banana shade. And I usually like to pull this one down a little bit on my nose as well. Like I said, this is the way I do my face. I like to contour. If you have other ways and it works for you, go ahead and do it. I am not saying that mine is the best way, however it works for me. So now I have highlighted my face, and I'm gonna go ahead and now use a powder foundation. You're asking, why am I doing that? I don't know. This is what works just best for my face. I'm gonna go ahead and use Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder. Dude, my makeup cases be dirty as hell, but whatever. This one is in the shade 125, I think so. I don't know. I usually just walk into Sephora and I tell the ladies to match me, and that's what they do. I already hit pan on this one and I just bought it. So for this one, I like to use this whopper right here. And this one is Morphe, and it's also the E41 brush. It's awesome, dude. Honestly, it just like gets the whole thing. So what I like to do with this one, I go over everything that I didn't highlight, just because this one is a little bit darker. But yeah, so you gotta make sure that you get your neck too, because a lot of times they be looking like cholas and payasas in the street. So you want to make sure that it's well blended, because you don't want people to know, well, I mean, you want them to know that you know how to do your stuff, you know. I even go into my ears, go down the neck, and then really go down the neck. I'm gonna go ahead and go lift up. Okay, so that is that. So now I'm actually gonna go ahead and use this guy. This one I actually bought from Sephora, and it's completely the number 43 brush, and it's just from Sephora. This one is also supposed to be a foundation brush. However, I usually like to use it to just dust off underneath my eyes, because I don't want the highlight to be so pronounced. I do want it to be very not neutral, just very effortless. Like I said, I don't want it to be overly highlighted or overly contoured. I just want it to look a little bit more on the natural masculine side. Okay, so there you go. Oh my gosh, I feel like this lighting honestly just makes it look a lot whiter than what it is, because it's not that bad. See, it actually looks somewhat normal. It's just making me look a lot whiter. But anyway, moving on. So now that I really have, this is, if you want to finish it right here, you can go ahead and finish that. But I ain't finished yet. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the contour. I'm gonna use my favorite Too Faced bronzer, I guess you want to call this one. I don't know. This one is the Deep Tan Matte Bronzer, and it smells like chocolate. It's so good. And this one, I am using the Sephora brush, contour brush, and this is the number 79. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it, take off the excess, and with this, once again, I really just go ahead and I do the little fish face thing, and then go right here. So I'm really just gonna go ahead and bring this guy down, bring it down. Then once again here, bringing it down. And sometimes I see girls in the street that just walk out like this. If you want to do that, go ahead and do that, boo boo. So now I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up here to kind of just minimize my huge forehead. And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. Bringing it in, so just my forehead doesn't look so bad. And then with this one, I'm also gonna go ahead and just blend this guy out, because like I said, I'm trying to go for that natural makeup look. I don't want it to be overly chiseled, overly femininized. Just want it to look a little bit more on the masculine side. Okay, so that's done. And then I sometimes honestly use this same one to go with my nose, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. This one, I have no idea what type of brush it is. It appeared in my room. I think it's a actual a eyeshadow one, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use it here for my nose. I actually bought a fan brush from Morphe, but I actually found a better use for that brush, so I don't use that one for that anymore. But a lot of times, yeah. So you can tell I'm overly doing this, because then I go in with my fingers, which I don't know if it's right or wrong, but whatever. Sometimes I go ahead and I use the 25, and I sometimes just bring it down a little bit. Like I said, to each its own. If it works for you, then it works for you, you know? And bring it down, bring it down. And that's it. Really it. So now I'm gonna go ahead with this Whopper again, and I'm gonna go ahead and just go through it one more time. Now you're telling me, George, why are you doing that? It's such a waste. Because it works for me. So if it works for you, you go ahead and you do that too, okay? Okay. So now that all of that is done, we're almost done, almost done, almost done. Then I'm gonna go ahead and actually go back to my powdered foundation, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the same, what's this guy called? Beauty blender. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of this. The lady at Sephora told me that you can use it wet or dry, so I use it wet and dry. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut my face right here, just because I did bring my my contour down a little bit too much, so now it just looks like I have this big line of stuff. But for some reason this guy just does not want to work with me today. Okay, well that's not working, so I'm gonna go to plan B, which is my banana. And I'm literally gonna go ahead and use the same little brush here, and then I'm just gonna cut this guy up a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead cut this guy up here again. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna let it set, I'm literally just gonna go ahead and grab this Whopper again and just blend it out a little bit. Blend it out. And honestly, that's what I do. One last thing, actually, I do have this little eyebrow guy, and what I do sometimes, I just spray it with a little bit of water. It's an eyebrow little brush, and then I just go ahead and brush it to take off any excess powder that I have accidentally slapped on top, because one time I totally went out and my eyebrows were like gray and people were like, the hell did you do? So I was like, my bad. Oh, and then the other thing I sometimes do too, it's my lips, because it just gets on it and I'm like, sure, let's take it off, and that's it. Oh, so highlight, I really don't highlight, but sometimes I do, and that's where this fan brush comes in. I also got it from Morphe, and it's the M497. This one is the one that you actually contour your nose with, but I use it to what's that thing called, to highlight. And this is actually eyeshadow from MAC. This also appeared in my bedroom, so if it belongs to you, it belongs to me now. So yeah, it just has a few different little shades for me, and I sometimes like to use these guys right here just because they're a little bit of some shine and shimmer. And what I do is I go ahead and just grab some of that and I pop it up right here, because ain't nobody got time to buy that new Anastasia highlight you know, kit contour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on that. It does have a little bit of glitter to it, so like I said, I try not to use so much of it just because I don't want my face to be all glittered up, but I do put a, ooh, you see, ooh, these cheeks are on fire, fire, fire. So just a little bit of that. I'll put a little bit on my nose just because that's what everybody be doing. And we're good to go. Thank you guys and ladies for watching this week's video. If you have any requests on videos that you would like for me to film, leave it in the comment box section below. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I upload videos every Wednesday. Well, it's been every other Wednesday this past month, but it's okay. This is Prodigy Portillo, and I approve this message. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, I even forgot to give you guys a close-up of what I'm doing.